Under Abu Dhabi's new law on marriage and divorce, what changes for non Muslims? The law is the first civil law passed by the Emirates concerning non Muslim family matters. Abu Dhabi passed a law on Sunday allowing non Muslims to marry, divorce, and get joint child custody under civil law in the country. Before this, non Muslims here had to get married in the embassy or consulate of their country. According to the Judicial Department of Abu Dhabi, the aim of this move is to provide a flexible and advanced judicial mechanism for the determination of personal status disputes for non Muslims, thus enhancing the Emirates' position and global competitiveness as one of the most attractive destinations for talent and skills. What is the personal status law for non Muslims? The law has been issued by Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the United Arab Emirates. The law is the first civil law passed by Emirates concerning non Muslim family matters. As per the Judicial Department of Abu Dhabi, the law aims at guaranteeing the right to non Muslim to adhere to an internationally acknowledged law in terms of customs, culture, language, and protecting the best interest of their children. Being the first of its kind in Gulf countries, where marriage and divorce laws are guided through Islamic Sharia law, the new law would apply civil principles in the regulation of all family matters pertaining to non Muslims. Under the new law, courts dedicated to non Muslims family matters will be set up by Judicial Department and will function in Arabic and English in order to facilitate the understanding of judicial procedures by foreigners and to improve judicial transparency. The Justice Department said announcing the setup of the first such court. As per Abu Dhabi Judicial Department, the law comprises 20 articles, which are divided into 5 chapters relating to civil marriage, divorce, child custody, and inheritance. The first chapter of the law amends the marriage procedure for foreigners by bringing in the concept of marriage being held on the will of the husband and wife. The second chapter lays down laws for divorce procedures for non Muslims, outlining the right of divorced partners and financial rights of a wife after divorce. The monetary rights of a wife after separation would be left to the discretion of a judge based on criteria such as the number of years of marriage, the age of the wife, the economic standing of each of the spouses. The third chapter deals with the custody of child after divorce. It introduces the concept of joint custody where a child's custody is equally shared between mother and father. The law brings in this concept to safeguard the cohesion of the family after divorce and to preserve the physiological health of the children. The fourth chapter sets up law for inheritance, registration of wills for non-Muslims, and also establishes the right of a foreigner to draw a will and pass on their assets to whomever they choose. The fifth chapter of the law addresses the proof of paternity for non-Muslim foreigners, providing that the proof of paternity of the newborn child is based on marriage or recognition of paternity. Yusuf Saeed Al Abri, Undersecretary of Abu Dhabi Judicial Department, said the Judicial Department has been working to provide innovative solutions to non Muslims' personal status issues that are brought before the courts after studying and analyzing them and working to come with sophisticated legislative solutions that provide a modern judicial framework for foreigners residing in Emirate of Abu Dhabi to resolve family disputes in a flexible manner in line with international best practices. What has the law changed for non-Muslims in Abu Dhabi? For marriage under Sharia law, both bride and groom have to be Muslims, or the groom can be Muslim and the bride can be Christian. While Muslim men are allowed to marry non-Muslim women, vice versa is not permitted. The new law doesn't require the consent of the woman's guardian anymore and only requires the marriage to be held on the will of the man and woman. Non Muslims can seek divorce without having to prove that harm was done to the marriage, and either of the spouse can file for divorce. According to Khalij Times, a UAE media organization, earlier physical harm had to be proved for divorce. Earlier, after filing for divorce, couples had to go to Family Guidance Department and a court appointed conciliator tried to reconcile the two partners. Now the divorce can be granted at their first hearing without going through the process. In the case of child custody, while the new law allows both parents to have joint custody and the equal share custody after divorce, earlier the custody would be the mother and the father used to be guardian of the child. According to the older law, custody and guardianships are two separate issues that must be addressed individually, as parents do not share equal responsibility for a child in the UAE. UAE's move towards liberalization of strict laws. The law, as per the leaders of UAE, reflects Abu Dhabi's legislative leadership and the global status it has achieved, and is not the first time the country has reformed laws along with changing times. Last year, UAE reformed personal Islamic laws to decriminalize premarital sexual relations among couples, loosen alcohol restrictions, and criminalize the practice of honor killing. Thank you.